Welcome to sportsbookreview.com, your home of the college bowls, and there's been some unbelievable action so far. We've seen Clemson go through. They're the Tigers, and funnily enough, they're going to meet the Tigers in LSU, who were unbelievably impressive. I've got the big boss and the big Ragoo here. Gentlemen, how are we?
Doing swell. Good,
Ragoo, let me come to you first. Obviously, we're coming to the end of the college bowls with only a few games to go. What's been your highlight so far?
Oh, definitely the Clemson game. I mean, that was my biggest action play of the college football season was on Clemson. And boy, was it a sweat. But you know what? They kind of let Ohio State kind of let them hang around. You know, we had talked off camera about, you know, what they did in the first half. Ohio State was dominating, and Clemson just hung in there. They got punched in the mouth, and they punched right back at the end. So that was a very exciting game for me, no doubt.
Big boss, I look at some of these games that we've had, and we seem to have got a better handle on the games the further and deeper we've gone into these bowl games.
Absolutely. But, you know, after that great game with Clemson and my team, Notre Dame, bringing it home again, you know, I'm kind of like bored out on the season. I'm not looking forward to the LSU Clemson game, but I am looking forward to Alabama to smack Michigan. But other than that, not too many good looks that I'm really looking for in the rest of these bowl games, man. It's almost time to wrap this season up, but we're gonna stay focused. And I'm way behind in my bowl picks, and I gotta catch up somehow. So I'm gonna have to do a little work at these ends thing. I gotta at least come out at 50%.
Big boss and work in the same sentence on a Monday morning. That can't be right. Let's start with the Potato Bowl in Idaho. We're going to go with the Ohio Bobcats at 6-6 against the West of Nevada, who are 7-5. Ohio giving up 8, and the total's 58.5. Big boss, whenever we've got a team from the West, you need to start me off.
Used to be an old joke about Idaho, but it used to go that's Idaho and Ida pimp. So I'm gonna have to pimp this game right here. But I haven't been high on Nevada this season at all. They've been sometimes falling apart here and there. You know, I don't have a lot of faith in them. Mountain West have been doing good in the bowl games. I think this one right here is where they take an L. Nevada's already getting 8 in the game. They don't have nothing spicy on either side of the ball. They just kind of mediocre at running the ball and mediocre at passing the ball. But this Ohio team, they come in here, the Bobcats, they high power on offense, and they like to do this on the ground, you know. So a team that can run, we seen two things for sure in all these bowl games that definitely is to take in consideration. Is that teams that can run can always compete to the end of the game, and also teams that play defense can also compete to the end of the game. So I'm leaning big time on Ohio right here. As far as a total, I'm gonna go with my model with this one. Two teams that look very similar on paper, although Ohio is a little better on the ground than Nevada by far, but both of them putting up pretty much 400 yards offense. So I'm going to take my model right here. Two teams that are very similar together. I take the under. So I take the under 58.5 in this one, and I lean hard to Ohio.
You've got to go with the 58.5 under, because you look at it, and I'm worrying about the protection for Nathan Rourke. He's been sacked 20 times. I think the offensive line is definitely weak. And the one thing that we've got to mention, and I'll mention it and then go over to my weatherman, it's going to be freezing. It's going to be no more than maybe 32 degrees. And in my book, that's Baltic, Ragoo.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I didn't even look at the weather, but that's a good look by you. I appreciate you bringing that up. But I was like looking at a sort of a similar angle like DJ was looking at. Basically, you got two teams that run a two-set running back formation. The big difference here in my book is that the Nevada team has went through, like, they've kind of had a quarterback struggle. They went through like 3 quarterbacks this season. And actually the head coach, Jay Norvell, he took over the offensive play calling like with about 4 games left. And they were averaging, at that time, they were averaging about 19 points a game. and now they're averaging 26 points a game. So they did pick it up on the offensive side a little bit, but they had those last few games were kind of against weaker opponents. And like you said, the inconsistencies with Nevada, Ohio, they've always been like a top 20 team in the FBS the last 3 years, offensively speaking. You know, they played the MAC. You know, that's kind of built like, I wouldn't say like the Mountain West, but, you know, they have their own unique style of play up there. So I kind of give the edge to Ohio here just because of the fact that, you know, their offense is probably a little more potent, a little more consistent, you know, a little more balanced offensive attack, plus the fact that Nevada has 4 defensive starters that are going to be missing because of suspension. They got in a little fight on that last game with UNLV. So you got 2 starting defensive backs and 2 defensive linemen that are out. So I would say Ohio wins by margin here. I think the line is 8 and 58 is the total. I'm going to take Nevada by double digits. I mean, not Nevada, excuse me. I'm going to take Ohio by double digits in the spot.
Yeah, well, you go -8 with the Bobcats and under 58.5. We go to Bovada. So go to sportsbookreview.com/Bovada. Press that button, and there's a whole host of information there for you, not just on the lines and how much juice they're going to give you, but there's plenty of information that you never thought existed. So make sure you press that button. And as we've said to you before, with Notre Dame, with Penn State, with Clemson, press the button and you can form an orderly queue to go cash them tickets. Until next time, we'll see you soon. Take care.